Thank you so much. Preemptive applause. I love that. I love the preemptive applause. The proactive, you know. Everybody saw the ads, right? Okay, so I'm going to turn them off now. So, yeah, I know you're disappointed. Well, thank you so much for supporting these businesses. They support us, and so by supporting them, you also support us. So we hope that you're going to keep doing that. Hi, Atlantic Center for the Arts. We love you guys. So welcome everybody. If it's your first time here, this is I'm going to say because my lovely wife is in Scotland right now, and so I'm going to say this is my house. I can afford to do, unless she's watching. Maybe she's watching. It's late at night right now. I don't think she's watching. So hi, honey. Because we stream everything live, right? So everyone around the world can watch if they can stay late enough. Stay up for that. So we have events frequent. Like the next event is on Saturday, La Lucha with Chuck Red. So we hope that you're going to come to that. We have a nonprofit called the Timquoa Arts Foundation. We're a small organization, but we hope that we work hard to have as big an impact as we can on the arts scene here in Orlando in Central Florida. And we do, as you're going to see, we do music and we do theater and literary events of different kinds. And we also have visual artists, and it's a new system now. You might be interested in that. It's a monthly residency. So Wanda Ortiz has been here. This is her last week. She's working live on Saturday. So she's worked live twice already, I think. And this is her work that you see there, except the one above the door. But everything else that's lit is her work, and they're drawings, and they're very... if you know Wanda's work, she's like a performance artist, and she does like very exuberant and big projects and things. This is her small... intimate drawing of her son and herself, and so she wanted to, show a different side of her that she doesn't usually get to show. And she is she here? Okay, so she's out of town. I know she's out of town because she would have been here because, of course, she was at Atlantic for the Arts some years back, as you may remember, and so there you go. There's a connection. We're all connected. And this stuff is for sale. If you're interested, talk to her and talk to us if you don't know how to get in touch with her. What else? We have memberships. If you're interested in supporting us, there's many ways you can do it. We are coming up in August with a new seating system that's going to be more comfortable, more versatile, and safer. Very important in case of emergency. This loose chairs things is a little bit tricky if you're trying to get out in a hurry. And so you can get a row of seats named after you for $500 and that kind of thing. So we have lots of projects and naming opportunities if you're interested in that kind of thing. And different levels of membership, $100, $250, $500 gets you an ad for a year on, and this piece of art or another piece of art from our own collection. If you get a business membership, which is the $500 level. There's another one that's not lit, but you can see it a little bit. It's a pastel by Orit Reuven. And we have like a dozen other in the lobby there that you can choose from if you give us a membership soon. So we have a bowl. This is the donations bowl. The bowl tonight goes to the house, and so we want to be clear about that. And so if you want to, that's another way you can support us. And so... of course, if you want to join our board, you're welcome to do that. I know that a lot of board members from ACA are here, and so why not another board? No problem. It's ours is easy. It's not very time-consuming, and our numbers are so reasonable compared to other organizations that it's very easy to raise the money if you like that sort of thing. For me, it's very hard, but I'm a trumpet player, I'm not a fundraiser. So anyways, I have spoken way too much, but of course, this night would not be possible without the support and the help from, of course, Atlantic for the Arts and Center for the Arts and the Civic Minded 5. So please help me welcome on stage Matt and Ivan.
Thank you, Benoit. Thank you, folks, everybody, for coming this evening. My name is Matt, as Benoit had mentioned. Our presenting group is named the Civic Minded 5. We've been around since the late 90s, presenting creative music shows in Central Florida. And ever since this house opened, this has been the place where we've wanted to do our shows. And Benoit and Elaine invited us into their world. So we can't say enough about Benoit and Elaine and Timucua Arts Foundation in general. And thank you goes out to them. Also, Atlantic Center for the Arts, that is a jewel. And if you've never been over to New Smyrna and been in that main lobby and looked at the headshots of all the master artists over the years that have been in Atlantic Center, you'll be awestruck if you go and do that. You'll really start to understand what Atlantic Center for the Arts does for Central Florida. So keep Atlantic Center for the Arts in mind, and they constantly have events that you could go to, mostly over to New Smyrna, and be part of. I'll say one last thing about our presenting group. We would love to have you on our email list. It is different than the Timucua Arts list, and it is for what we call creative music. A lot of it is improvised, experimental music. If that is, if that's your wheelhouse, come and see me. I would put you right into our mailing list this evening. I would love to have you. This evening, representing Atlantic Center for the Arts is Ivan Riascos, and he's going to speak to you in just a moment. I would also like to thank Nicole Mitchell for coming here and putting the amount of effort that she's put into this event tonight and being over here for the outreach. She could have come over here, played a CD, and talked. But you'll see something much broader in scope this evening. She has been on our list to get to Central Florida for years, and thank you to Atlantic Center for the Arts. It's happening this evening. I'm here, and you're here for the event. So without further ado, Ivan Riascos from Atlantic Center.
Hey, welcome. Just a quick, brief announcement. To give a face to our organization, Atlantic Center for the Arts, I'm Ivan Riascos. I'm the residency coordinator. I want to say thank you to Timucua and the Civic Minded Five for having us. And also, the only left event for this residency, which is 174 with Michelle Grabner, who's our visual artist, Nicole Mitchell, who is our composer, musician, and another master artist that we have here, Cornelius Eady, who's a poet. So this Thursday from 7 to 9 is Inside Out at New Smyrna Beach. It's free and open to the public. Please come out and support the arts. That's about it for me, so on with the show.
No, I need enough space. I was on my way to the stage. And she told me to get out of my seat. Because I didn't belong there. But I was on my way to the stage. Didn't think it mattered so much to sit my butt for a minute. But that's how we are, aren't we? It's always about doing things the right way, the way we know. My name was not on that seat. It really was not, and I didn't even read it. Made my own rule, because nobody was there. How do I know if they even coming? They showed up. And it wouldn't have meant much, except it happens so many times. Can't count. That I'm somewhere I'm not supposed to be. But I did it anyway. And that's why I'm here today. They told me not to do that with the flute. And if you play classical, you are not supposed to be swinging. they were right. I have broken some keys, I can admit. This instrument was not made for this. I really want to thank Ivan and Nick and, oh my God, Lexi, and everyone at Atlantic Center for the Arts for a transformational experience here. I've actually never been to Florida, and so this has been a really moving experience. I feel like I've made some real friends and had an amazing experience with all the artists here, and I'll never forget it. And so thanks for coming tonight, and I'm gonna bring to the stage some of your favorites that are here, that are from here, or that live here, and who have been giving you music, I'm sure, for many years, and have an amazing, like, electric connection with each other. So, Anthony Cole and Doug Matthews. Just gonna do a few of my tunes, and then I have a big surprise for you guys after that. Hey guys. Hey. It's for the video. No, I'm just kidding. piece I wrote from my godmother. She's like 87 and she skis. She just takes a little aspirin and keeps moving. She never stops, so it's called On the Move. I want to be like that when I grow up. This one you guys don't know anything about, but I'm going to share with you anyway. It's called February. And unless you've lived in Chicago or somewhere like that, you really don't know what that is. Imagine like having to walk in it and get to where you're going really slowly. Crunch, crunch. So try to imagine that when you're listening. This one's called February. So, 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. next one is actually named after a sculpture. For those visual art fans out there, Picasso did a piece in Chicago. It's this big, huge red bird. So this piece is called Chicago Picasso. It's actually named after a poem about the piece written by Gwendolyn Brooks. Yeah, I got some Gwendolyn Brooks fans. Sorry I'm not reading the poem this time, but, you know. You'll get to imagine the poem in your head while we make some sounds. The what? Try to get that same Thanks for being such a warm audience. I appreciate that. It helps the music. It's a beautiful place. You guys come here a lot. It's so nice. It's like, it's got a lot of love in it. And I think that's fitting of this next title. You know, no matter what our situation is, we got something to be thankful for, right? So this piece is called Blessed. We all are. Doug Matthews on bass. Anthony Cole on the drums. Now for the big gathering of amazing musicians coming to the stage. I'll introduce them as they get over here. We got Monica Brown doing some spoken word. We got, yeah. We got Abel Cisneros on the percussion, Hunter Diamond on tenor sax, Max Katz on the flute, Jasmine Lovell Smith on the soprano sax, John Nicaraz on the percussion, Chris Williams on trumpet, and Travis Craig's on spoken word. Let's check it out. So actually, the title of this piece came after the 4th of July. As you know, we had a big spectacle in DC with the tanks and everything and the planes, and then simultaneously total crisis happening at the border. So this is called Border Parade. So I guess you can make of it what you think, but that's the title. We got some original words from Travis Craig and Monica Brown.
Right.
Make sure I can see everybody.
Need space for my wings.
He might join you out there. You know those tests where people like they do it and people just let them drop to the ground. Okay. Okay, thanks. A little bit over that way. That's perfect. I know it's tight. Okay, hello everyone. Thank you.
I sent out a statement. No medical benefits. U.S. military within the confines of this country's broken right. And politician, therefore, doesn't think all of its activities a job. Hence, the amendment bin. And other personalities in and more bullshit developments. Seeming secrets about all aspects of reality, extending the fear, 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 pointing to the speeches of your imagination. It would be greatly predictable. But your mother's children deserve the opportunity to receive the same quality education everywhere.
Old. My heartbreak therapy. Listening to really fucking scratched up LPs and not giving a shit. My salvation, my flourish, my round of sadness, so blessed success, and I found my life feeling jazzed. Gotta do it for me, for the rest of my beat. Being clean, filtered, clean, living off all kinds of grids. Like almost damn near fruitarian blood, like almost unseen, you dig? Invisible man with empty hands, jazzed, jazzed. Gratification, stratification, stratosphere, escape, repair, clean air, whatever, man. Jazz. I am responsible for my own obstacles, my spectacles, my vision, bro. Inspired by Boogie Woogie, but I can't stand the word Negro. Jazz, jazz. Can't stand the idea of Wall Street. Jazz. Then I got jail cells deep down below the opening, closing bells. Some kind of booth all the way, living hell down those stairs. Jazz. I went back to the museum in my 30s. Think I started a metaphysical riot. I reconstructed my own history of my own people, my own materials to connect to the Timbuktu of my sand quarry, concrete the contracts who tear down the projects, standardized oil portion for thee, wine and cheese, 5 PhDs, and a brand new old house. Real talk. Ain't even know they let brothers live over there with all those nice trees. Thoughts become things. Things become real. Things craft their own identities. They grow wings, fly around the neighborhood, shitting on people's fancy cars. My moral values are still great works in progress. I've got cultural troubles. I don't know how to reinvent or intellectualize the N-word. I have arguments with other people's auras. They make me feel grumpy and old. I don't know my grandfathers, but they knew me. In my studio upon one stretched canvas, some ancestor slips through for a sneak peek. An intimate examination, a not so casual conversation, some unrevealed revelation. My perseverance, my character, all suspect at best. Like for the weary no rest, like furnace nested with rational laughter, over intoxicated home crowd chatter, teams of teachers of White Star principle, sunbathing as Apollo and Dionysus duke it out. Jazz, jazz, see who reigns supreme, king of inauthentic intuition, unjazzed. Center of the universe or not, Out here all alone or not, send me on my to the moon mission. Let's make the transition. I feel quite broken quite a bit. Pick up the pieces and reshape them with no reservations, never quits. Jazz, jazz.
There were no incidents. But do you think that villain is thirst? Sources say that. Sources say that, but that didn't happen. Wait. Act reaches in and not activated. Humming. Singing kings thrown with steps. Let's fix it. 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 Fix it. Let's fix it. Let's fix it. Because basically, we have to.
boy. Confused, confined, unsuccessful C students. Bad hair, bad clothes, bad nose.
Bad.
Unpopular even in summer school.
Confused, confined.
A big, fat, skinny nothing
Bad,
struggling in the system.
Bad.
That may or may not have been me, but I did my own thing, developed my own scheme, boxed until I got the championship ring. Blings, ting. Knocked a hole into a wall! Got a whipping for it. Sympathetic magic means make them chill, make them peel, make them feel all the power they possess, how it's physical and real. Even this standard guy, 30 years later, still standardized, systemized, departmentalized, iambic, poet, know it, that's so, how so, you see, speak, search, due to, also, so and so, your yo-yo, your up and down internal state, anthropologic, symptomatic magic 8. I mean, psychosocially, copying, mechanically, instinctively, like for instance the obscure camera, you make it function, a scene, scenic, cinematic, dramatic, like a real thing, or possessing the potency of the real thing. Some lifetime retimed. A journey filled with heartbreak, of course. Misunderstood college students building modern art with their iPhones. All alone on the way to the abyss of aloneness. When I was a kid, I wanted an FM radio or two for jazz. Camcorder to become Spike Lee, jazz. But we can't afford forward. Just pause, rewind, stop, de-jazz. But I think I was at the beginning of a right way, not in it, but on it. Taught how to weld, how to wield, how to grip, still take action. Also though, take it to the museum of love, for love, to fall in and be in love with her. Jazzed, and then she dumped me. Jazz.
Max Cass. Soprano sax, Jasmine Lovell Smith. And then on percussion, Abel Cisneros. And also on percussion, John Nikiras. And then your musicians, Doug Matthews on bass, and Anthony Cole on drums. Thank you very much.
Nicole Mitchell, y'all.
Oh my God. Everybody was snapping. Everybody was snapping.